Hello friends, family, and other creatures of the sea, and welcome back to the number 1 Protoss versus the number 2 Protoss, no matter which way you look at it. In the top left, spawning as our red Protoss player, it's herO. In the bottom right, we have a MaxPax. As I said, no matter which way you look at it, it is true that this is the number 1 versus the number 2, whichever order you want them to be. Of course, you can decide yourself. If you think herO is better than MaxPax, then you're mistaken, but you're entitled to that opinion. And you're not entitled to the opinion that there's another Protoss player that is better than one of these two. It's simply just not true. Maybe in a particular matchup, maybe, but even then I'd say that's fairly debatable. Actually fairly debatable. Quick Stargate coming out of MaxPax, as always, as he always plays the same opener. No matter the map, no matter the situation, he likes to open up in this way. Did he manage to get away without a Zealot? That is very, very big. That is extremely nice here for MaxPax. He's getting his own first Stalker out. Battery's going to finish up in about 7 to 8 seconds. And tries to start his own Oracle here, or maybe a Void Ray now. It's going to be an Oracle. Takes a decent chunk of damage here on that Stalker. And we'll need to get a secondary battery here, just for safety's sake. Third Stalker coming out as well. Actually, that makes this kind of scary right now. It's going to be locked in if he isn't careful. This Stalker could have perhaps blocked this area, but herO decided not to go for it. This bad boy is fairly low. Ooh, nice. MaxPax gets the first kill. So pylon goes up in the main base. This is not a quick warp in pylon though. It really ain't. Stalker heads in there, sees the pylon, like, hey, wait a second, that looks interesting. That looks mighty interesting indeed, my friend. Mighty interesting indeed. Huh. More batteries on the way. As Void Ray gets popped out here. Oracle makes his way across the map. There's 2 Stalkers in position. Battery about to finish up. That is still 3 worker kills and the Oracle survives. That is a big deal. Void Ray charges up and goes pretty ham. This pylon is still alive but will fall right about now. We're in a situation in which I think herO has no aggressive potential. And MaxPax has all the cards in hand. Full walls this as well, which, to be quite honest, is the correct call. I just don't see any reason as to why you wouldn't full wall at this point. Battery has been cancelled. That means there's perhaps potential for a second Oracle if that one ever starts. But for now, MaxPax isn't even aware yet of the fact that there's a natural coming down for herO. And he needs to scout that or he'll cut too hard in his own worker count. It's absolutely key at this point to not cut in the worker count. Now, there are 4 gateways, which is a decent amount. What do we have here? Oracle looking to move into position. Is he gonna find the position? The answer is no. Gets a revelation, that's about it. Did you scout though that there's a natural? Yeah. It's a big scout. It's an important scout. Because this allows MaxPax to start chronoing on those Nexi. Go up to 3 gateways, maybe go up to 4 gateways even, and get Blink out. Double Void Rays will allow some greedier expansion perhaps than you usually would be capable of doing because you have more damage output. Even pre-blink you can try and take a 3rd base. Usually it's kind of risky if you have lower Stalker numbers and you have later blinks. Taking a 3rd can be considered a big risk, but for MaxPax here, honestly, I don't think anything can really be considered a risk. He's in such a good position, has similar Stalker counts, has an Oracle forcing Stalkers at home for herO, and has 2 Void Rays that really aid in the damage output of this army. I think that MaxPax should perhaps be looking at trying to take a 3rd base as soon as possible, rather than adding another gateway here. This extra gateway that is being added right now, it does give a bit more safety if herO decides to attack, but I don't think it's necessary safety, and it puts him less far ahead than he should be at this point. I really do believe so. It's going up to 4 gates. Once the match the gateway count of his opponent is still up 6 workers, and as a result his 3rd base is going to be severely delayed. Oh, he's actually not getting his own 3rd base yet. That is somewhat surprising. Uh-oh! For a second I thought he was going to go in and lose that Oracle. That's the only form of detection he currently possesses. There's a Dark Shrine going down on the natural. Max is not aware of that quite yet. Will have a hallucination soon as he throws down his own 3rd Nexus fairly late into the game. And here we go. Will manage to take out one, perhaps even two Stalker. Force Field. It's not going to be used. I think that is positive news here for MaxPax fans. That is definitely positive news. Okay, second Stalker will still die against this Void Ray. Double Adepts can send out. There's no pylon on the map, so even when the Dark Shrine finishes, doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be very good here. Oh, big blink forward as the Void Ray dealt a lot of damage there. MaxPax without that second Void Ray is not quite as powerful. Has used his Prismatic Alignment already, loses a bunch of Stalkers, and now has lost map control. Has officially lost map control. With this Adept making its way in towards the main base as well, that's going to create a little bit of added chaos that these DTs perhaps can benefit from. Stalkers moving towards the third, no battery in position yet. Stalker count is favorable though for the packs. Loses a Stalker for free. Loses a Stalker for free. What's up in the natural? We have a pro patrolling. Will our Danish Crown Prince be quick enough here? Will he be fast enough as the Oracle moves in towards the natural, sees the Dark Shrine, and immediately should throw something down in the wall here? Is he going to be in time? Yes. Warp in is in time. Recall is in time. And that means that this is going to be the end of this DT party. I think the Oracle first should have the priority to go towards the third base, because this DT is never going to get in anyway. So why would you focus on that first? Could be a fair question, I think. DT is not going to get away, as these Stalkers will eventually catch up. Second DT also gets taken out, but the worker count is pretty much even at this point, as herO somehow, some way managed to get close to equalizing the game. Shadow Stride as a follow-up as well is going to allow him to deal more damage with DTs in the future. What's the gateway count actually? We have 4 gates, 5 gates. This is going to be a 5th gate, I guess, versus 4. There are no upgrades for either player. MaxPax starts his +1, as well as a robotics facility. The Pax feels like he has a timing. If he has a timing, he wants to fight. 1 Void Ray and 2 more Stalkers than his opponent. Don't forget the Oracle still floating around as well. Control good out of MaxPax. There's no battery available to really aid in this fight. Don't forget that. This battery is too far back down here. Can be turned into a super battery to quickly heal up your Stalkers, but not right into the fight. Interesting blink forward out of herO. Seems like a mistake, but maybe herO has a plan. It didn't end up being so bad. Did manage to break his opponent here. Guess not all Stalkers were in the fight. No quick reinforcement for MaxPax means that herO really, honestly, good analysis of that situation. Realized he had a tiny timing in which there were less Stalkers for MaxPax. MaxPax is waiting for that +1, is waiting for 4 extra gates as 4 DTs get warped in here. And that is a comeback mechanic if I've ever seen one, 4 DTs. Where are they going? I don't know. I do not know where they're going, but it seems to me that the natural seems like a logical destination here. First person view on MaxPax. Let's see how he will respond to the threat of the blink DTs. When will he catch? Okay, minimap, minimap, minimap. DTs do blink past the cannon. Stalkers are forced in towards the natural. Observers get pulled back. Good defense, good response here as well. I mean, there's still going to be some damage. There's actually going to be somewhat significant damage here. 7, 8, 9... Maybe 10 workers are going to get taken out. 11 make that. Oh, good blink away as well out of herO. Oracle makes its way in towards the main base. Will get a couple of kills himself. 4 or 5 kills maybe. Immediately moves away. This is some quick action StarCraft 2. It honestly is. But 17 workers going down on the side of MaxPax now means he's in a significant deficit. He's getting his own Dark Shrine, but that has been spotted. herO is aware of it. herO is not building any cannons quite yet. Probably because his forge hadn't finished until this point. It's really quite one of the requirements. It really is one of the requirements. So I think that was a DT that ended up achieving fairly little there. But the DTs of herO have achieved enough, perhaps, already. +2 coming in for MaxPax. Could perhaps hit a timing in which he has +2. His opponent doesn't even have +1 yet. That would be a big upgrade lead here as herO's moving in position. Gets caught. Gets caught by a massive stasis. Is a recall available? Not on this Nexus at least. A couple more seconds away from having that here. Cannon is going to survive for now. I think we're going to need an attack on this base in order to kind of alleviate the pain of losing these Stalkers, which most likely is going to happen if MaxPax pays attention. Blink is available. MaxPax was not in position to catch these, too afraid perhaps of these bad boys coming back in. And now we have the Zealot attack. One more Stasis Ward. Oh, not quite going to get the big connection with those Zealots. That would have been huge once more. As MaxPax finds himself in an okay eco spot. Really just an okay eco spot. Triple DTs get warped in. Does he go in towards the main? Sorry, 4 DTs get warped in. Does he go towards the main? Does he stay on the low ground to try and kill this 5th base? I don't know what the answer is. Is he going to wait for Shadow Stride here? That is possible. 2 more cannons on the way. I think a single DT at this base would definitely help out. But maybe don't want to give it away quite yet. MaxPax is the defender. But I'm not so sure if he should be. I heard a recall. That's an Oracle. Stasis Ward gets constructed. Here come the DTs. What do you aim for here? I think you go for the cannon straight away, right? Is there enough surface area? There's not. There's not enough surface area. Not with the super battery available, at least. Look at that. 4 DTs and a Prism. Absolute toast. It's an expensive little mistake there. At the same time, more DTs coming out of herO here, who's also losing a lot of units, actually, at the same time. Super battery doing work for both sides. DT 0, super battery 2. This is a +2 fight here for MaxPax, with, well, just a +1 fight for herO. No quick reinforcements here. No Prism available. The Zealots now trying to make their way towards the right side. Triple DTs are going to spot this incoming attack. I wonder what MaxPax wants to do with these DTs. Are they defensive DTs? I don't think they're meant to be defensive DTs, but it's impossible to break this base at the moment. Absolutely impossible. Zealots are coming in. We have some defensive Zealots being warped in as well. And I mean, Oracle in position. This is completely fine. Blink forward is possible. Probably would be the correct call. Yep, it definitely is. Zealots in the back could help out. Archon is going to die. Sentries are going to die. Double force fields, perhaps. Single force fields. Better something than nothing, I guess. These 2 Zealots managed to barge in towards the natural here. Started work on those probes immediately. MaxPax now moving in. Still with the upgrade lead. Even in supply. It's one of his observers sniped. Snipes an observer on the other side as well. Goes to town on these cannons. And that's a 1. That's a 2. Is also going to die. Do you continue fighting? He does continue fighting. I don't think 2 DTs is enough to get through the shell of the super battery. Or is it? Or is it? It is. And that was a very big win. These nice synchronized attacks of the DTs. Catching a little bit of the real HP there on that cannon every single time and eventually take it out. That is a big deal because that means that one of the main bases that herO still had that were mining is now not mining anymore. And perhaps even this forge is going to be in trouble. That would be absolutely massive because that would mean that herO never gets his +2 upgrade. At the same time, though, this fight isn't necessarily looking too hot for MaxPax, who's forced to return back to this base. 11 gates for herO versus 8 of his opponent. Forge gets taken out as the +2 ground weapons get denied. It's not the biggest of deals yet, but the higher the supply is going to get, the more impactful the lack of upgrades is going to be here. Actually, kind of a bad read here out of MaxPax. Does not realize his opponent's army is here. Tries to defend his 5th base, and as a result will lose this left side base most likely. Still has a recall available. Maybe going in for a base trade. Stasis Ward gets constructed, but it's just not in time. The Oracle gets taken out before he can do anything with it. Probes do get evacuated, or well, whatever is left of the probes. 11 probes have gone down already. 63 versus 70 workers. But there is this backup plan for MaxPax. Okay, there is this backup plan. We still have this base, and we have the +3 that's about to finish up. MaxPax is not looking to be in a hot position when it comes to supply. But if we don't care about supply and we look at the upgrades, he's doing pretty darn fire. He's doing hot, okay? He's feeling hot, hot, hot. Oh, Tasty Lopi is quickly moving around. Where's that observer? No, herO used to have an observer here. Back in my day, we had observers everywhere. That's all the robo was good for. There's a bunch of observers in here as well. 96 army supply to 116, don't forget. Upgrades, +3 versus +1. herO needs to get a forge. I can't believe he's not getting a forge. You can't fight 2 upgrades down against a maxed out army. MaxPax should not be fighting yet. This is, in my mind, the incorrect call if he tries to fight. What he should be trying to do here is stall until he has a maxed out army. Because there's just no way you're losing a fight if you're up 2 upgrades. It's legitimately impossible. Tries to run away with these DTs and is partially going to succeed. I think loses only 1. DT over here has been taken out as well in the end. Now, army comp-wise, don't forget hero's still looking better. With these 5 Archons, they definitely do pack a punch. These DTs almost get caught here. 1 DT gets left behind. Will blink back. MaxPax getting closer and closer to max. Can blink forward? Yes, he can. Takes out 1 Stalker. Still, I think he should be waiting for that max out. Stasis Ward could be big. Stasis Ward is going to be freaking minor. Just a single Archon in there. Zealots are caught in an odd position as well, but the +3 is so huge here. I don't think herO has an answer for the upgrade. That is the real problem, in my mind. So we see Zealots going down, we see Archons going down. Look at the supply just dwindle on the side of herO. He warps in 9 more Zealots, but he already lost all of that supply immediately again. These Stalkers are having the time of their lives here. No super battery available no more. Defender's advantage is pretty much gone with the Prism here as well, but the upgrade advantage is not gone. Archons are being taken out. The Stalker count is 30 to 20. The Zealot count is practically even, and there's no trick left here for herO. He is just getting completely out DPS'd by these Stalkers. There's too much. There's simply too much, and these units are too well upgraded. This fight is not going to end well here for our Korean player. What a blunder to not rebuild that forge, honestly. Really, I can't call it anything but a blunder. Oh, look at it, Nexus. He's coming back. Boo! Does not quite get it. Would have been sick if he would have, though. Would have been sick if he would have. Yeah, the hero is dead. He is. Bang, bang. You're dead. Always so easily sad. 25 Stalkers to 12. 12 Zealots to 10. And 1 DT to 0. The only thing herO has a lead in are in the Observers. And sadly, the Observer is not a fighting unit, so fairly useless. herO also, well, even bases still. That is something, I guess, but it's completely unrealistic to expect a winning fight here. I guess you could try and go for Observer snipes, hope that your DTs put in some work. That's the only thing that I'm really seeing here that could potentially help out, but it's not going to be it, is it, lads? It's not going to be it. 114 supply to 58, 68, 35 army supply to 66. 5th Nexus on the way. herO taps out with the GG as MaxPax wins this game. And once again is considered the greatest Protoss of all time. Fantastic. In my mind, he always is. That's going to be it for me today. If you did enjoy this, don't forget to like, but subscribe to the channel. I'll see all of you next time for a new video. Adieu.